Anne of Green Gables.
Find a brighter place somewhere.
Matthew and Marilla Cuthbert are unmarried siblings who live on their ancestral farm, Green Gables, in the quiet town of Avonlea in Prince Edward Island, Canada. Matthew is 60, and since he is getting too old to handle the farm work on his own, the Cuthberts decided to adopt an orphan boy to help him. This decision shocks the town gossip, Mrs. Rachel Lynde, who does not think that Matthew and Marilla are fit to raise a child. Matthew, who is terrified of women, arrives at the train station and finds a girl orphan instead of a boy. The orphanage sent the 11-year-old Anne Shirley by mistake. Anne's talkativeness and spirit charm Matthew, who shyly tells Marilla that he wants to keep her. Marilla hesitates at first, but after a trial period, she agrees to let Anne stay on. Anne is a talkative and happy girl despite living an impoverished life as an orphan. Though she lacks social graces and education, she has rich and sophisticated fantasy life as an optimistic and generous spirit. Because Anne acts according to her instincts and not according to the code of manners, she unintentionally defies expectations of proper ladylike behavior. She attends church for the first time wearing a wreath of white flowers, for example, and screams at Mrs. Rachel for making fun of her red hair. Anne tries hard to oblige Marilla and follow her rules of social conduct, but she makes many mistakes, using liniment instead of vanilla in a cake, letting a mouse drown in a plum pudding sauce, and delivering a heartfelt but ridiculous prayer on her first attempt to pray before bed.
Anne never had real friends before, living at Green Gables. So she was forced to invent imaginary playmates. In Avonlea, she meets Diana Barry, a neighbor who quickly becomes her bosom friend. One afternoon, Anne invites Diana to tea and accidentally gives her red currant wine instead of non-alcoholic raspberry cordial. Diana returns home drunk, and Diana's mother, thinking Anna has intoxicated Diana on purpose, forbids the girls to speak. The agonizing period of estrangement lasts until Anne saves Diana's sister, who is sick with a croak, which causes Mrs. Barrys to forgive her. At school, Anne feuds with a handsome, smart boy named Gilbert Blythe. When they first meet, Gilbert taunts Anne by calling her carrots and pulling her red braid. Anne is extremely sensitive about her red hair, and Gilbert's teasing infuriates her. She screams at him and smashes a slate over his head. This incident marks the beginning of a rivalry between Anne and Gilbert, the two smartest pupils, which lasts until the end of the novel.
As Anne grows up, she loses some of her childish flair for the melodramatic and romantic, and turns her spirit remains eternally optimistic and thinks cheerfully about her future.
My life was a near tragic state, and grace. I dream of fields with a cool ocean breeze, a home for my own family. When I got my wish, I pinched myself to make sure this home was real. They sent for a boy, but then I was a girl. My dreaming had just let me down again. If I came as a queen with long ebony hair, then maybe they'd feel I was worth it for them. I'm a good worker in spite of my talking. I've longed to belong here for all of my life. Don't send me away without seeing what I see. Everything I touch is full of delights. I'll do my best to not let you down. I can imagine a world your hand and I'll teach you to hope. You'll find that I've something worthwhile. Just let me stay here and I'll love you forever. I promise.